In last video's comment section, several viewers commented saying, Sajid, you are deliberately ignoring battlefield updates because ENDF is on the offensive. Ethiopian Federal Forces, Amhara Regional Forces are taking control of new territories. You don't want to cover their battlefield gains. I don't ignore any battlefield gains or losses. I cover all gains and losses. But I don't cover claims. All day, especially pro-Ethiopian government activists make claims. If you remember, in the first week of August, when this war started, they said they were going to reach Mekelle in just a few days. And you saw what happened. They claimed that Getachew had been killed in a drone strike. Where are they killed? The Batsian killed, but all are alive. So don't just be deceived by the misinformation campaign, which is a disinformation campaign as well, launched by some pro-government activists. Some people from Tigray side also could be part of a campaign, a disinformation, misinformation campaign from Tigray side as well. And they want to hear only TDF's gains. So whatever is reported about ENDF gains is lies for them. Okay, in this video, I will talk about Shire, Alamata and Adi Arkay, because I know that people are making claims about Shire, about Alamata, about Adi Arkay. So who is in control of Shire? Who is in control of Adi Arkay? And what about Alamata, southern Tigray? Firstly, let's start from Alamata. Alamata is in southern Tigray. A picture is being shared showing a government fighter, a government soldier, standing close to a sign which says, welcome to Alamata Wareda. From North Wolo to Raya Alamata Wareda, welcome. On the basis of this picture, some people say that ENDF and Amhara forces, they have entered Alamata. They are fighting in Alamata city. This is the picture which is being shared by several pro-Ethiopian government news sources and activists. Where is Alamata city? Alamata town. Alamata town is in Alamata Wareda. We must differentiate between Alamata town and Alamata Wareda. Alamata town is part of Alamata Wareda. Vaja is also part of Alamata Wareda. So if ENDF and Amhara forces are in Vaja, technically they are in Alamata Wareda, not in Alamata town. And this sign, this which I showed you, this board fixed on the road, I think it is on Tigray-Amhara border. It is fixed on Tigray-Amhara border because it says, welcome from North Wolo to Raya Alamata Wareda. It means that it is right on Tigray-Amhara border. It's not in Alamata town. It's very clear. Ethiopian Federal Forces, Amhara Regional Forces are not in Alamata city. I reported about Vaja yesterday that ENDF, Amhara forces, East Amhara Fano members, they entered Vaja and there was fighting ongoing. I could not confirm their significant advance towards Alamata. So for me, front line is still Vaja and Jirota. Jirota is to the east of Vaja. It is also on Tigray-Amhara border. Fighting is ongoing in Jirota, in Vaja as well. Even it is difficult to say that ENDF and Amhara force in full control of Vaja. For me, Vaja and Jarota are front lines. So no question of Alamata being under ENDF Amhara control. Not only is it difficult to capture Alamata, it is equally difficult to remain in control of Alamata. Alamata, broadly speaking, on foot of a mountain, Koram on top of a mountain. So even if ENDF Amhara forces took control of Alamata, it would be a challenging task for them to remain in control of Alamata and to move towards Koram. Front line for me is Vaja and Jarota. Adi Arkay, secondly. Here, I think Tigray forces have crossed Jama River. Jama River is situated to the north of Adi Arkay. It is right on Tigray-Amhara border. Tigray forces have reportedly crossed Jama River. It means they are out of Adi Arkay. I have no visual evidence to share with you, but that is what I am hearing from some reliable sources about Vaja, Jarota, Adi Arkay and Shire. So here TDF seems to have lost Adi Arkay and new front lines will be established in coming days. It's difficult to say where are new front lines, but TDF has crossed river, Jama River. A retreat or an offensive on Volgayat. It seems to be a retreat, but again TDF lost Adi Arkay a few days ago, then it retook Adi Arkay. So that is why on this front we'll have to wait and see the actual front lines. So far front lines seem to be near Jarota, near this river, Jama River, not Jarota, Jama River. Thirdly, Shire. People say, Salji, Shire has come under ENDF, Amhara control, EDF control, and you're silent. I will only speak about Shire once I am sure that it is under ENDF control, Amhara control, EDF control. Why? Because Shire is a very strategic place. If Shire fell, it would have consequences, serious consequences for Tigray forces. That is why they are fighting to defend Shire and they are fighting with all their capabilities. Yes, Shire is under pressure. We have been saying that for days. Bombarded, drone strikes, shelled, encircled, to the east road under attacks, attempt to cut off the road. From the north, from Adidairo side and from Eritrean border side as well, to the east of Adinabrith. From two directions, reportedly EDF and ENDF tried to reach Shire. Again, claims are being made by pro-government news sources, by some activists, but we'll have to wait to give you reliable information, which is reliable for us and which is reliable for you as well, that Shire has come under ENDF, EDF control. So far, I have no such reliable information. But having said that, it's not that TDF has repelled all offensives towards Shire. No. Shire is still under pressure. Heavily bombarded, continuous shelling on Shire. So, Shire seems to be the first major battle between Tigray forces and ENDF and EDF. Let's see who comes out victorious in this first major battle. I think, if I remember correctly, in November 2020, when TDF lost Shire, after that TDF lost other towns very rapidly. So that is why Shire is first major defense line of Tigray forces. If Shire falls, its impact will be felt up to Makele, up to Mesamre Mesabre. That is why Tigray fighters are trying their best, putting in their best to save, to defend Shire. I'll update you once we have credible information about Shire. So far, for me, Shire is under TDF control. Thanks for watching.